I mean, there's an element of vulnerability in living, and especially in kind of like recasting your own life and talking about yourself.
Awkwafina, welcome to your Madame Tussauds Wax Chat.
Thank you so much.
You
Thanks
just
for
saw
having
your
me.
figures?
Oh man, that was crazy.
Kinda wild?
It was very wild. That was very, very cool.
And this location, no stranger to you or the fans of your show Nora from Queens. You filmed here, right?
Yeah, we filmed in here, we filmed out there, and I used to hang out here when I was a kid. I
Really?
grew up very close by.
I feel like Nora from Queens is kind of a love letter to the city and the borough.
I guess my intention was just to make a show about the kind of the dysfunctions of my life, which, you know, can only really be told against the backdrop of New York City. So yeah, I think I wanted that to just mirror in a kind of obviously absurd way.
And it's such a personal show. There's moments in there that are inspired from your real life experiences. That must be kind of, is it cathartic to write that?
It is cathartic to rewrite memories because, you know, they happen to you. You're the audience. Sometimes they suck, sometimes they were fine. But then when you cast them on TV, you get to see a mirror kind of like of your own life, you know, and that in itself is powerful.
There's an element of vulnerability in that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's an element of vulnerability in living, and especially in kind of like recasting your own life and talking about yourself in any way, yeah.
So let's talk more broadly about your career. So Nora from Queens, just a wonderful, beautiful show, such
Thanks.
a success. You're a producer, writer, Golden Globe winner. Congratulations on
Thank
that.
you.
Do you keep it in your apartment? Is it at home, or does it have a special place?
I don't keep it out, but
Oh, yeah?
it's at my house, yeah.
Take it out for special occasions?
No, if I'm really trying to impress somebody, I'm like, do you need a paperweight? No. But I think not only just for my own efforts, right, but like for everyone that was involved in making that happen. Movies and TV shows in this career, it's a collaborative effort always.
So I'd love to know about what your first foray into action movies, quite different from comedy. So tell me about Shang-Chi.
Yeah, I mean, Shang-Chi was such a fun movie to be in. You know, there was kind of like this joke that I created, which is like I was like the least fit person in the Marvel universe. I didn't understand like why I kind of got cast for that. I was definitely nervous to do action in the beginning. It was a little intimidating, but eventually you kind of get the hang of it. Hold on, everybody! We make a good team! Yeah, it's honestly just cool. For my character, I wasn't doing a lot of the action load, but it was really cool to just like see that happening around me.
So let's talk about your most recent voiceover work.
Yeah.
How do those come about? Voiceover work is obviously different in camera. Do you have a preference?
Voiceover work is very different in that you can just arrive in kind of Uggs and your pajamas and you don't have to care about.
That sounds great.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun in that way. I've always had a voice that is definitely not what you'd expect when I start talking. I definitely used to get made fun of for my voice a lot when I was young, but then, you know, like now, like I play a lot of like animals in my role Scuttle.
Yes.
I was even actually able to like have a song with Daveed Diggs that was like really incredible. So like when I play animals, like it's like fun.
Well, you mentioned there Scuttle, and at Madame Tussauds, we loved Scuttle, but Lin-Manuel wrote that song, and to perform it, that's pretty special.
Yeah, it was really special. I was really surprised. I was like, you do not want me singing on this thing. But it was kind of on the fly. Rob Marshall's an incredible director. Obviously, Lin-Manuel isn't only just an amazing composer and writer, but he was obsessed with The Little Mermaid, so he really cared about it. So I knew that it would be in good hands.
Hey, have you not heard that scuttlebutt?
You're fun.
No, the gossip, the buzz, the who said what, who does that, yeah, the scuttlebutt.
Well, I put out a movie with Sandra Oh called Quiz Lady.
Quiz Lady looked like a hoot. It looks like you genuinely just had a blast making that movie.
Yeah, definitely.
Was
it was amazing.
And Sandra Oh, I mean, she plays your sister, right?
Yeah, we play sisters. And she just as a person, she's so like supportive and passionate and obviously extremely talented. So working with her to play sisters, that just felt like an honor. I learned so much from her, and she's just, you know, a marvel to be around.
So what's next for Awkwafina or Nora?
I have another project that's going to be, I think, released in a couple months. But yeah, I'm just hanging out with my wax figures
I mean,
in
you've
New
got two
York.
perfect doppelgangers, right?
I know, man. We're on roll with us like a squad.
Well, Awkwafina, thank you for joining us for your Madame Tussauds Wax Chat. Congratulations, you're doing 2 Madame Tussauds wax figures.
Yeah.
One in your hometown, New York City, and one will be going to Orlando.
Yeah.
Thank you so
I'm
much.
gonna visit her. Thank you so much.
You're
This was
welcome.
really fun.
Thank you.